Hello, welcome to the weekend market review. It is Saturday, January 6, 2024, the first weekend of the new year. Let me have my sip of my coffee here. Um, I got my chat open here on the screen. So in case if anybody pops in and asks any question, hopefully I will see it. Okay, I have a lot of things on my screen, so a lot of time I don't pay attention because a lot of time nobody is in the chat room because I shoot this video usually early in the morning. But just in case it's set up that way, okay, so give me a second here. Let me get everything situated correctly before I continue. But before I continue, let me answer a question that I got on my most recent video that I loaded last night. The question was, what does the government has to gain by fudging the number? Okay, that was a question. What is there to gain? Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not gonna go find the comment and read it verbatim, but that was the question. Let me dial back to my MBA years in school. Yes, it's been over 30 years ago that I was in an MBA program and take a lot of economic classes, which I love. My first love in economics was introduced in my years in my MBA program, and I had a great economic teacher. He worked, of course, for the Fed for a few years in DC before he moved on to be a teacher, and I learned a lot. Okay, I learned a lot about economics, but what I learned more is how the Fed, how the government use the data. It's never black and white, and the one thing that he pounded into our heads in class was that the economy is run on psychology. Especially by the 90s, this country has moved into a service consumption economy, no longer in a productive production industrial economy. It is a service and consuming economy. So the consumption by the consumer is a big part of the economy since the 90s, maybe even before that. Okay, but I'm just telling you what we learned since the 90s, the early 90s. So if the consumers are two-thirds or whatever calculation you want to use of the economy, the GDP, the measurement of economic growth and sustainability and health is on consumer spending, how would econ data impact the way consumers spend? A lot, a lot. Okay, think about this. I'm sure you have heard of a bank run. That's when everybody rush to the bank and demand to have their deposit back. This can happen to any banks. Okay, the banking system is based on trust and confidence of the people that have accounts there. It doesn't matter who you are. It does not matter who you are. Okay, if a meteor is heading to Earth and everyone run to their banks, whether it's JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, it doesn't matter. If every single person run to the banks and withdraw all the deposit they have in the bank, there will be a bank run in every single bank. If you don't understand that, you don't understand how banking system works, okay? But that's the kind of fear that can turn this world upside down in a nanosecond. Now, if you are the Fed and the government, forget about the political thing about election, all that stuff, throw all that out the window. How would you want the consumer to behave in a slowdown? Do you want them to see things so bad that they stop spending right away? It would be nice, right? It didn't really. In many ways, the Fed want people to slow down, but in a measured way. They don't want runaway spending to create inflation, but at the same time, they don't want complete halt because it would turn this country upside down overnight. Imagine if you run a business. If you run a business, ask any restaurant owners out there how much their business would be hurt if 10% of their business disappear overnight. 10%. If 1 out of 10 persons say, oh, how soon do you think that restaurant, and if you understand restaurant, margin is very thin, how soon do you think that restaurant is going to start laying off people or potentially be out of business? It is a very fragile economy. The economy is very fragile based on the psychology of the consumer. So yes, the government don't want fear. They want to control the psychology of the consumer on both the upside and the downside. Okay, it's that simple. It's I can spend days, hours talking about this, but hopefully what I said makes sense. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. They have a lot to gain. I can go into a tangent and talk about how government lie about everything. Oh, the money spent is an investment on democracy. Oh, the government lies about a lot of things. A lot of things. Okay, they have a lot to gain to lie to the naive, ignorant, lazy, and stupid consumers. Yes, on the average, we are lazy, stupid, ignorant, a lot of things that is so easily swayed by the government. So easily. All right, let's move on. I'm done with my ranting and answering that question. Hopefully, I don't insult anyone. Well, if you know me, that's not true. I like to insult people. Long before there was an insult dogs on who was that on the late night show that have an insult dog that I used to watch. I can't remember, but yeah, long before there was an insult dog, there was insult me. Okay, all right, let's move on right away to the weekend stream. And if I do it right, I put a link to the music video on the description part of this stream at the end. Hopefully, I will remember to do this every weekend stream, is to insert in a little fun, a nice music live video that I enjoy. And for sure, you can listen on your own because you know how the music come across on a live stream. It's a complete mess. Okay, so once I finish the live stream, you should just click on the link and enjoy the video music on your own computer or stereo and ignore me. You can turn off, log off the live stream at that point. Okay. All right. TLT. If you watch that video I load last night, then there is no fear. Okay. But at the same time, I do believe we are going to trade in a tight range between 96 and 100 for a few weeks, if not maybe another month or two. Okay, so no rush. You know me. I let if I had to do the math on top of my head, roughly 22% or so of my TLT assigned between 96 and 100, 99.5. Yeah, I'm fine with that because I know I can buy them back. In fact, I have a lot of puts at 96 strike and below. Fine with me. None happened yesterday. I have 8 put that I sold between 96 and 95. They all expired worthless. That's fine. I already replaced them for Wednesday and Friday. So I will keep doing that, all right? And I have also call spread going out into early February and mid-February, as well as the end of January. So we'll see how TLT will behave. But yes, the government cooked the books to try to tame the slowdown of the economy. They don't want a hard recession. Okay, they're not ready for the recession to hit them in the face next month. They want the recession to happen 3 months down the road. They want the data. They want a gradual recession. uh, Control the minds. Okay, so for now, TLT. Nothing has changed as far as my view on TLT. If you watched the stream last month, 96 to 100 is the range. So if you want to sell cover calls in the 98 to 100 range, I don't think that's a bad idea. Okay, if you want to be greedy, 99 and above, cover calls. Sell puts, 96 and below. All right, there's money to be made doing that, as well as bull call spread going out to February and March. Yeah, the indices. One day too early. Okay, at the end of last year, I talked about potentially put on bear put spread play on all the indices because I felt they're all kind of toppy, right? I'm on record to say that, but of course, the market corrected too quick right away. Right after the new year, it happened. I was hoping for an update on Tuesday when the market opened, and then I can put on some kind of bear put spread play on all three indices, but nope, the market decided to take a dump right away and then keep going lower. It did stabilize Friday, but to me, that's more like the short or profit taking or whatever. Okay, don't put too much weight on that. Now, where can this go? Can this thing go down to here? See, I think this area right here, you see this consolidation that we have here at the end of the second half of November. That could be the range, and I think in a week or two, of course, the 50 MA is going to rise right up there, right? So I do think if you short, right, if you happen to be short the SPY, I would say no doubt you're aiming for that, the 50 MA, but the 50 MA might rise up to the 455 level ish sometime by midweek, right? Then look to cover. Okay, but I do think if you want to go long SPY, that might be your first spot, right? So think about it, 455. That's a good 20 point plus. Yeah, not quite 5% below the high, right? But it can happen. If you want to play safe, sell put spread down here. Okay, if you want to play safer than nibble here, yeah, do a 445 put spread based on the 100 MA. Okay, that would be potentially a safer play. QQQ, let's do QQQ. Pretty much same thing, right? Dump too early. I was hoping to see another update, green day on Tuesday to put on a bear spread, but nope. What happened this week made a fool out of every single person that utter Santa rally happened the last 5 days of the year and the first 2 days of the next year. Wrong. Wrong. And I guarantee you, those same people will repeat the same nonsense next year because apparently they don't care what comes out of their mouth because there's no one to challenge them. At least they don't want to hear it, okay? Regardless, same thing here. You see this consolidation, the last half of November, that's where it can go. And once again, it's just like the SPY, you got the rising 50 MA that's almost there, right? So yeah, we can get there. For the NASDAQ, that's more than a 5% correction, but yeah, it's if you want to nibble on QQQ, but keep in mind whatever position you want to take on the QQQ, keep in mind if we go into recession by summer, it's not gonna be pretty. Okay, so trade quick, trade small. There is no, oh, let's buy the QQQ here and hold on for the whole year. That would be insane unless you are in the camp that there is no recession and we are in a Goldilocks scenario. And if you watched CNBC yesterday, there was a lot of pundits and experts after the economic data that we have proclaiming that we are in a Goldilocks scenario. No inflation coming down, job market strong, no recession in sight, rate is not too high. Yippee ki insanity. That also answers the part of the question as far as what is there to gain. What is there to gain? A lot of idiots buying into the market to get the rug pull. Okay, the market is there to take money from the stupid. So don't be the stupid. DR, same thing. Okay, same thing. Yeah, it's why I don't need to waste my time there, right? Right. So about how about energy? Oof, I was waiting to short. Okay, and 70, in fact 71, right? Because I'm looking, see this wick here, yeah. If it get over 70, I get the alert and I will watch it closely. And if I see 71, you betcha I will do a bear spread 71, 67. 71, 67 would be the bear spread I will put on, and I probably do something that go out at least 3 weeks. But yeah, no rush to get in there. No rush. CVX, I keep trimming, right? I trim on this pop to 154. Is that I trim there. I talk about that ever since this gap down. Every gap down, if you got trapped with some share, which I did, you look for that gap fill to get out. Now, if you bought down here, if you bought on the dip, then yeah, you have 9-10 months of back holders here. A lot of people that bought and hold Chevron that miss this sell here. You think some of them is not going to be happy to get out at that price and breathe a sigh of relief that they didn't suffer this? You're talking 10, 12, 15%. Yeah. So I have more orders. I trim some, but I have more orders there all the way up to, if there was any kind of crazy move to 155, I'd be all out. Okay. My last sell is right at the 100 MA. So I keep moving it down as it slide down. But yeah, I'm not bullish or even neutral on energy. No. Exxon, I had a sell order, of course, at the gap fill. Order is at 106 to get out completely. So if you get there, I did trim. But if I see 106, yeah, I'm not gonna sweat and be greedy to get another, squeeze another dollar to get the 107. But if you want to trim some here, and for sure, trim a whole lot, if not be completely out up there. Okay, if you are not bullish on energy, we still have a mild winter, right? So let's look at natural gas. What's going on there? LNG. Yeah. I don't see a reason to be in there now. Would I? No. This is, yeah. No. LNG. No. CTR. No. If it fill the gap, maybe. Yeah. If you're a gambler, the ideal situation is fill this gap, and then we have a nasty cold February and March, But no, this the whole natural gas with the winter the way it is. We're already in January. Okay, half the winter is gone. So no, it's not good. Avoid this sector. I'm not a fan. Okay. All right, let's move on to financial. First up, Bank of America. I trim, I trim, I trim. I will continue to trim. My last order is up here. Okay, 35. Okay, yeah, 35. We'll see how it will react on JP Morgan. Okay, JP Morgan is announcing earning this coming week in a few days, so we'll see. But right now, I have an order to get out at 35, but depend on what JP Morgan does, depend on what Bank of America does, I might be greedy and change that order to maybe 35.34 for sure. Have some at 37, right, at the all-time high, or at the 52-week high. Yeah, so I might be greedy, but right for now, there is a sell order at 35 for some share. JP Morgan, I did a bear put spread. Yes, I did. We'll see. Like I said, I made a video already on that, so if you want to see where I was doing it, I did that. I made the video, I put on the trade, and it triggered. So I am in there for this down move. Okay. Can they have good numbers? Yeah. Can they warn of the weaker consumer? Yeah. You're talking double top? Yeah. Going back, I mean, JP Morgan is a great franchise. Nobody's going to dispute that. The best bank, or you can say the most crooked, corrupted banker out there. Say what? JB Diamond, the most crooked bankers out there? Say what? Goldman Sachs. I say it's time to go. I'm looking to do the same. Okay, looking to do the same. Then not yet, but yeah, it looked pretty toppy here. Okay, no rush. Okay, I want to see if I see 395. Yeah, yeah, on earning days. Okay, if Goldman Sachs have a beautiful big pop on earning days, that's when I would do a put spread at the high, going out 3 weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do on Goldman Sachs. No rush to get in there. Okay, no rush. Credit card, I did do a bear spread on, of course, Capital One. I talked about Capital One, Discover, and AXP, and I felt I got the best of the three as far as put on the bear play. So once Capital One order went through, I cancel the other two order for the other two stock, because as bearish as I can be with this sector, I don't need to short three different positions. One is enough. Okay, I control risk. Risk management is important in trading. You can't just go ham on every stock you hate or think it's gonna go down. But yeah, on this move, yeah, 133, 127 or 120. I can't remember what my exact trade was, but yeah, the put I bought was 133. Yeah, I missed the big pop. Well, the trade trigger when um, Capital One was over 133. It was not 134, because it would have been even more expensive if I sold that spread higher. But right now it's already in the money. Visa, no, I can't get excited on any one of these. MasterCard is a little bit weaker, but no, no thanks. AXP, no, okay, no, 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 it's a no. If you have it on all of these, whether it's Visa, MasterCard, AXP, if you long, trim, raise your stop, okay? The no I'm talking about. So yeah, that's done with that as far as financial is concerned. Let's take a look at healthcare, the sector that I like a little bit more. UNH, I sold, I trim, okay, I trim. I'm completely out, to be honest. I have, uh, I think I'm completely out on, well, I take that back. I have very small position on ELV left, but I'm out. I don't have any share of Humana. I wrote 3 put spread over there, and I added more yesterday on the downdraft that we got this week. But as far as UNH, I sold put spread and bought share 500. No, I sold 515, 510, 505, 500. No, I got a whole bunch. Okay, I sold 4 spread down here, and same with Humana. So I'm already loaded up 3 to 4 spread on both Humana and UNH. All right, so yeah, same thing here. Where did I sell my spread here? 440, 435, 437.5, 430. Yeah, way down here. I think the lowest I got was outright in a long time. For most of the healthcare, I have not owned share outright in a long time. I do a lot of put spread. Even when I buy share, it's a very small position because I already have a lot of put spread in play most of the time. Cigna, I have not done anything there because it's the least attractive of them all. All right, least. No need to even touch that. Let's pivot over to DGX. I'm all out there. LH, I all out there as well. Nothing to do there. Okay, nothing to do there. Let's move on to Pharma. I trim a couple times over 600. You see, it's not for, well, it is for my benefit because I hear a lot of things that help me to make my decision better, because often I hear a lot of stupidity, a lot of stupid. Um, it got a big pop because they launch direct to consumer way for consumer. If you have a prescription, or they can help you get a prescription, buy that weight loss drug directly from them. So basically, you bypass the pharmacy, right? So you don't have to pay 1,100 or whatever crazy prices that people have to pay. You pay just over 500 if you buy directly from Eli Lilly. It's a strong move. It definitely put price pressure on Novo Nordisk, right? Because now all of a sudden it's a way cheaper offering. And one of the person on CNBC felt that that was a nothing move. Oh, hey, they still getting the same pay. If they are selling through CVS, they get $500. If they sell direct to the consumer, it's $500. I don't see what the big deal is. Ay, ay, ay. Unreal. How do they get to manage hundreds of millions of dollars to do such a shitty job and still make money off giving people poor performances? Unreal. Does this person not even think twice that for a consumer that consider buying one of these drugs, if you only have to spend 500 with Eli Lilly to get the drug for the similar kind of benefit, why would you then spend 3 times, 4 times as much with Novo Nordisk? I don't know what their prices are, but I guarantee you their price is not 500. So yeah, it will change the mind of some consumers to go with Eli Lilly instead of the competing brand, right? How can this person not even think about that? Oh, it's the same $500. I don't see why it's a big deal. Your small brain can't handle common sense. Dunce. Put on the dunce cap, please. Yeah, I'm here to insult. The true me is the insult dog. Okay, not the nice, polite person. I'm not nice and polite. Just ask anyone that know me. you're getting the PG version on YouTube. The real version is R rated all the time. JSK, I trim, right? Love this move. Hey, JSK have done me good the last few years. Okay, it was painful for a while with the nonsense. Okay, but yeah, I have been in JSK since this day. I was not trading JSK for a long time, but on this crazy stupid move, I say, what? What's going on here? And of course, I buy the dip, get hurt for a while, and then boom, from this point on, it has been nothing but sunshine. Okay, for those that follow me for the past 2 years, you know that's true. And every time that I get to buy in the gray zone has been rewarded, and every time that I have trim in the 37, 38 range has been rewarded, right? Um, now that we are breaking out, where next? Right here, okay? You see this right here? That is where my next trim order is, right? That's important, okay? It's not a random place, all right? It's in the zone. See this right here? Let me draw the zone in for you. You know me and my zone. Love the zone, okay? There you go. So we are in the zone. It's also have a gap fill too, right? So it's and you know, if you pan back, you know, 3 years, right? Certainly, I'm gonna edit this and make this going all the way back to 2020. There you go. It's an important area. All right, a lot of people are trapped. Okay, this zone, the trim order is at 40, right at 40, right? So, and that's gonna be for half of what I have. So I'd be 75% out on this move up to 40 if I get there, right? But for now, I raise my stop to 38.60. Okay, so yeah, too much. Okay, too much to protect gain, especially when my cost was 34.08 or whatever it was. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot. All right, let's back to Eli Lilly. What next? Okay, Eli Lilly. I did trim. I think the highest I trimmed was 632, I believe. I didn't get, of course, 636, but I believe it was 627, 632. I now have less share than at this point. Okay, I trim, I traded, I added multiple time, trim multiple time along the way, but by this point here, I basically have trimmed everything back to my original share that I have here, and the last two trim that I trimmed was into those shares, so no complaint. Hey, it's been a nice ride. Okay, from 520 to 630. I'd be stupid not to take some off the board there, but I'm watching it closely. I think there are room for higher, but we'll see what earnings gonna bring. Okay, but still, if you didn't trim, hopefully you at least raise your stop to protect your gain. Okay, Pfizer. Meh, meh. Like I said, I'm not adding. I'm not doing anything. Right? It's looking better. It absorbed the gap fill and is checking back, right? So it might check back all the way down to the 20 MA again. Don't be surprised. Okay, so that's why I'm like, yeah, that's nice. This is nice, very nice. Yeah, very nice. But can it check back into the 20? Yeah. If it check back into the 20 and then go sideways for a while, build up steam, I might start to add to the position. But no rush. No rush. Okay, no rush. FV. Trim time, Please, people, you got key resistant here. Okay, it already filled the gap, which is sweet, right? The next gap, of course, is 164.55 ish. Okay, so but yeah, you your if you've been trimming good, I would say set your trim order to be up there, 164.5, and then 167. If you want to do 168 to be a little bit greedy, you can for the up for this, right? For this all-time high. Not much else. Um, CRISPR, I've been waiting for it to dip into the zone, and I sold put spread 56, 56, 53. And I've been doing that the last couple of weeks. I think I did trim, but yeah, looking good here. Okay, 396. Yeah, I got uh, just a few share left, and boy, it's I have it at 400 and 402. You know, if we have a big green candle day kind of thing, pre-market, I might move that order up to 405, 410. But I think, yeah, if you don't sell, if you don't sell into this 20 MA, yeah, yeah. Look, the last time you see this, yeah, the last time, okay, it struggled. Even when it break the 20, it struggled. Okay, so the 20, yeah, look, the 20, yeah. So XBI, I closed my bear spread for a small gain. That's okay. If it return, if I see a pop back to 81, I will put back on. Okay. Sometime I close it early, even though I had 2 weeks left on that. Well, the bear spread I put on expired this Friday, the 12th, this coming Friday. So I have a week left, and I said, you know, I'm not gonna chance it. I make $30. I take the $30. Sure, I would like to make 300, but at this point, I said, nah, get me out. Um, I did close my spread on Okta and Roblox. Okay, now Okta went lower, right? But it's pointless for me to keep it, even though the expiration is in 2 weeks. Because guess what? 92, 85, 86, whatever my strike was, I'm closing it out early. Same thing with Roblox. Okay, once it breached my aim, of course, when I talk about that, right? For those that watch that video, it was in the zone to sell, no brainer, right? And then the aim was down here, and same thing. We done. Okay, move on. If you do a bear put spread and it exceed the range, time to move on. Doesn't matter if you have 2 years, 2 days, 2 months. It's over. It's done. Don't be stupid. Close it out. Move on. Let's take a look at last one. Gilead. I trim on this move. I got more order up there on the gap fill, 85.5, and then of course the all-time high. Okay, so I got trim order in at 85.5, 87.67, and then of course 88.4. Okay, so basically you know, I'm shooting for the that three order up there. But once again, nice ride. I'm already half out, I believe. All right, let's move on to staple. Okay, Pepsi. I bought the dip. I tried. Did I buy the dip? I may have, but yeah, to me, buy off the 50, right? Sell put. If I were to sell, I trim. I was all out of Coke at 60.3. Okay, I took that gift and I said, yeah, It's time to go. And would I buy it back at 58.79, below 58? Yeah, into the 50 MA, I would. But yeah, once it reached 60.3 and I got that order in, I said, well, why be greedy? Why be greedy? Okay, it's near. You see this downtrend? It's very close. Okay, it's very close to that downtrend. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna sweat another 20 cents. Just get out. And I'm glad I did. McDonald's. I did not buy anything yet, but that's to 281. Oh yeah, come down, come on down. Hey, the last time it came down, it hurt us, right? And then we had to add to it, but that's all right. All right, that's if you're gonna buy small, buy more, and buy a whole lot down here. Okay, there's a couple of levels to buy. Okay, to me, there's a couple level to buy. There would be 1, 2, 3, another 30% of what I want to own. So by then you have 60% of your position. Right? So when I buy things like this, I try to buy more lower. Okay, don't just buy like the same like 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. So trying to taper the lower the bigger. Okay, if that's what you want to do is add share, or hey, for some people they might buy here and put a stop. Okay, so you can also do that. You can buy down here but put a tight stop and buy. Let's say you buy 10% here and you put a tight stop and you put an order to buy twice as much down here. That's not a bad idea. And you can put a tight stop here to buy 50% down here, right? So yeah, there's ways to play. Okay, not just like just buy. Hopefully you set a stop, right? So there's a couple of ways to do it. You can either hold onto the share because you bought so small. If your plan is to hold 100 share of McDonald's here, buying 10 share here and suffer a little pain is not a big deal, right? Big difference. Let's say you have 50 shares or 100 shares, then it's a big deal to hold even 25 share and suffer $50 down. Who want that? I don't. What else can I talk about before I go? I already touched on a lot of things. Starbucks. I sold 90, naked 90 puts, okay? Is it low enough? Maybe not, but I won't mind buying the share because the 52-week low is, so yeah. But 90, yeah. Can you do 91 at the gap fill? You can, but to me, why risk? Why risk? Okay. Now, would I do a put, play option on Starbucks when it's get closer to earning? The answer is no. Okay. I do believe Starbucks gonna have some not so bright guidance. So I'm playing a little put spread here, or puts, naked puts here, but if there was earning weeks, I would likely not touch it. Okay, of the Max 7. It at 475 and I changed it to 473, and it didn't buy. It didn't trigger. Maybe I didn't change it fast enough or whatever, and I kept that order in. And I'm not changing it. Okay, my position in Nvidia right now is about as small as it has been in a long time. I have trimmed probably 60% of my position on this move. It was nice. Okay, no complaint. I think I sold as high as 500. I have ordered in for higher, but that never happened, right? I had ordered in to trim at 505, even to like 510, but that didn't happen. But anyhow, I still have about 40% of my share, which is fine. I do have a stop at 472. Okay, um, so if it's 472, I don't mind saying bye bye to. I don't think for all of them. I think I have the order. The stop order is for more than half of the remaining share, something like that. I just know it's not for everything. But yeah, that's my take on Nvidia. And I think that is about as long as I want to. And let me talk about the music video that I link here, and hopefully the link works. Um, oh, my bad. Okay, how can I forgot to talk about gold? GDX. Okay, I have 4 puts assigned in GDX at 30.5 to 30. I'm fine with that. All right, I want to. For those that follow me on GDX um, since October, right? I talk about. I think I first mentioned GDX in October, and I talk about um, how 30 is an area where I don't mind keep adding. And yeah, I mean I had uh, a ton of options there. So yes, I don't mind adding to GDX here. I certainly don't mind uh, adding to gold between 185 and 182. Okay, I think that's a lot of wishful thinking, but I think selling put spread at 182, 179 kind of range is not a bad idea if you're willing to swallow 100 shares. Should go dip below 182. I do. I do have a put spread down there because I had a put spread. It's the premium is small. Okay, but I don't mind at all. In fact, I would love to add 100 shares of gold, but for now, I have a lot more exposure in GDX. All right, I'm a fan. In fact, I bought a couple of their CDs in ARM with Money for Nothing, and to be blunt, I hated that song. I'm not a fan of Money for Nothing. For some reason, it's the one that I think most Dire Straits fans or casual fans would remember Money for Nothing because it was on MTV. Seemed like every hour for months and months and months, and I hated that song. Hate it, to be blunt. Hate it. There are so many other songs that I love, but this performance is the best of the best of the best. To me, it's the best live performance of their best song, Brothers in Arm from the same record. Okay, it's I'm gonna turn down the volume, and if you are still watching the stream, please go find this video. If the link doesn't work on my description section, if the link is 1993, and enjoy the video. I'm gonna turn the volume down so that at least I can enjoy it. But for you, for sure, it's gonna be shitty, crappy audio quality. So go listen on your own, okay? But this live performance, the guitar, the band, the entire band, the solo from everything, it's amazing. Okay, I can't say enough about how much I love and I have listened to this performance almost daily for the past many years. It's a beautiful performance. Like I said, it's their best of the best of the best of Dire Straits. For me, at least. Other people might like other songs more or other live performance more, but for me, this is it. Okay, so let me go and enjoy, and thank you for watching. Have a good weekend.
Evening's gone now, always will be. Someday, and no longer burn together, you know. Through these fields of destruction, there's a man who raised light, and the lonely did hurt me so bad. Feeling alone, you did not deserve me, but I promise, you know. There's so many different words, so many different songs. We have just one world, but we live in different worlds. Well, the sun's gone to the got the moon riding high. Then maybe you feel every night is too long. But the sun in the starlight, we are fools to get along. Oh, brothers, you know.
Seasons 52 is a seasonal fresh grill and wine bar